This is a pretty strong performance from Scaife. He's been struggling for grip throughout the year. Trying to get some car speed. Oh, look at this. Greg Crick, the Alcare air conditioning Commodore, up ahead of this bunch. There's Crick in 9th position. You've got Romano, Johnson, Bow, and Larkham in there too, coming through the pack. Crick opening up a bit of a gap. Romano, the young Queensland teammate of Alan Jones in the pack leader forward. We take Dunlop Race Cam with Dick Johnson, who's been struggling all day on a set of development tyres from Japan, which haven't worked out the way he liked. But he ducks down the outside of Romano, sweeps across in front of the pack leader forward, and moves up another position. So it's Crick, Romano, Johnson and Bow. That's the positions, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, just battling outside the top 10. There's Stephen Richards in the Valvoline Cummins Commodore as well. So plenty of cut and thrust for the minor positions.
Andy Raymond has got some information for us, I think, finalising the situation regarding Wayne Gardner.
Yeah, the nightmare continues for Wayne Gardner. You can see behind me the Coca-Cola car, the number 4 car. Wayne's actually out of the car. He's had enough today. He was penalised a stop-go for rolling at the start. Same was the case with John Bow.
That's what the other board was out for. Okay, well, the tale of woe continues. Oh, Peter. Oh! What's happened here? He slowed right down.
Yep, Lowndes has just passed our commentary position on the start-finish line. Here's Brock just limping down the hill toward Yokohama corner. So we saw a technical failure with this car in Heat 3 at Lakeside a couple of weeks ago, and here we are, Heat 3 again, and Brock's in trouble. He may well come into pits here. Switches across the other side of the track, indicator on, and Brock coming into pit lane. Well, that's a surprise.
Unbelievable, really. I mean, Brock's, that's the second failure he's had in 2 races, and I guess they would be very appreciative of the fact that it's happening to this car.
This elevates Glenn Seaton to 2nd place. Mark Scaife now 3rd, followed by Tony Longhurst, then Alan Jones, Russell Ingall. But of course, Craig Lowndes, the man they've still got to catch, winner of 2 heats so far today.
Well, no doubt Andy Raymond will be down there fairly shortly to find out what the problem is.
I noticed that they're wriggling around down near where the gear change is, so possibly the car's stuck in gear, or the gear lever might have broken or something like that. Oh, here we go. Jones.
Romano.
Romano down the inside of Crick.
And look, he's also jumping into the back of this pack. Mark Larkham in the Mitre 10 forward. He's got Stephen Richards in the Valvoline car behind him.
It's good that Larko's getting a bit of speed out of the car. They've worked extensively on this car over the summer and into our series to try and get the thing up to speed, and up Stephen Richards down the inside of Larko there.
Had a wretched season so far, though, Mark Larkham, hasn't he?
Well, he has. You know, they've developed the car and they built it from nothing, and they had a new crew, so very hard to expect them to be on the podium to start with. Not much room there.
Battle of the Privateers. Keep in mind that Crick and Richards are all in contention for the Auto Action Privateers Cup this year. Points very close at the top. Richards currently leading, but Crick is still in there with a shake, so he won't want to give any territory up to this man. So they come up over the rise once again. They push this Crick back. So the situation now is getting very, very tight. But here at the front, he continues to dominate. Craig Lowndes right out on his own. Glenn Seaton in 2nd position. Scaife now moves up to 3rd. Tony Longhurst up to 4th. And Alan Jones in the pack leader forward up to 5th. Don't go away. There's plenty more after the break.
Back to Wanneroo Raceway behind me. A very dejected Peter Brock taking off his helmet. With me is the Holden Racing team manager, Jeff French. Jeff, gear selection problems?
Yes, something's gone wrong in the drive line. I mean, it's hard to assess in the middle of a race, but yes, it is a problem. It's no good persevering with it because we might do more damage, so we'll assess it after the race and hopefully be there again next weekend.
And everything was looking so good?
Yes, it was. It's a disappointment to the team, but I guess that's the way it goes. I mean, we have to learn from this and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, we'll see Craig Lowndes in the winner's circle.
Thank you.
The battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th continues on the track. Mark Scaife, Tony Longhurst and Alan Jones. Craig Lowndes leading, of course, Glenn Seaton in 2nd place.
Yeah, tremendous battle this. Alan Jones, after that stunning performance in qualifying where he got himself up, was just about sitting on pole position for most of the session until Lowndes put his 2nd set of tyres on and pulled out a blinder. Jones really squeezing a lot of speed out of this car, and that's toward the right end of the season too. So locked in this battle now. 3rd, 4th and 5th position. Mark Scaife will be pretty happy with this too. Had a pretty tough season so far. Came into this round only 9th in the championship points. Oh, look at down the inside, Jones. Longhurst almost left the door open for him there. Jones scoots down the inside. Didn't need much more of an invitation than that. Displaces Longhurst, so that moves him up to 4th position. So the order now: Lowndes, Seaton, Scaife, Jones and Longhurst as they reel off another lap.
And spare a thought for John Bowe. He is in 9th position, and any chance of him defending his championship is just sliding straight out the window.
That's true, but the interesting thing about motorsport, Wilco, is it's never over till it's over. And if that had been Craig's car with the gear selection problem, well, then JB be back in the championship. So, we can't entirely discount the fact that JB's in there, but he's certainly only hanging on by his fingernails at this point.
Keep in mind too, with Mallala and Oran Park ahead of us, there is still a maximum of 120 points available. If Bowe can continue to pick up the scraps down the back of the pack, he's just hanging on to that lead of Lowndes. 45 points the gap between Lowndes and Bowe before the start of this heat. Here comes Jones down the inside. He's done it again. Just makes it look so easy. But Scaife, the Sega race cam shows you, coming back on the attack. Up the inside, he got a very good run out of the loop. They'll go side by side over the top, building up to 230 kilometres an hour before they break for Yokohama corner. Jones on the outside, Scaife on the inside, but he has to give way to the flying Ford and moves back another position.
Oh, Jonesy hits the curb quite hard there.
So Scaife cutting times in the 59.7s. Lowndes just reeled off an identical time of 59.7. So they're running at the race leading pace, but it's just that gap opened up over the first few circuits that they're having a lot of trouble trying to bridge.